Peter and his pals were enjoying a baseball game along with Brian when Quagmire's toupee flipped away by the wind, revealing his shiny bald head. He couldn't understand why people were shocked and then suddenly began to laugh at him hysterically. Not only that, but his comical appearance was also telecasted on the giant screen, making him so prominent. An embarrassed Quagmire ran away shrieking wildly. His pal suggested that he should be himself and didn't need a toupee to disguise his bald head. Quagmire agreed. The next day, Chris informed Peter that some strange bald guy was acting weirdly outside their house. Later, Quagmire tried to flirt with a cute librarian but got a cold response. Even his pals thought that he was no more fun and acted like an old man. Peter sincerely suggested Quagmire should get a hair transplant. In a shocking revelation, at the hospital, Brian found out that Lois's father Carter had cancer and had 2 weeks to live. Brian immediately informed Stewie, who with a nanny cam hidden at Carter's place confirmed the news. The worst part was to break the news to Lois, who didn't have the slightest idea. Lois was devastated on hearing the news. But when the Griffins reached Carter's place, he was all hail and hearty to Lois's relief. Everyone reprimanded Brian for getting things so worked up. Brian was not satisfied as he could smell a big fish. He felt that the man in Carter's house was not Carter but an imposter. Both Brian and Stewie decided to keep a close watch on Carter. Brian and Stewie followed Carter, and then Carter made a slip as he entered Starbucks, because according to Brian, a real Carter never went to Starbucks. As Carter hit the elevator of his office, Brian and Stewie secretly followed him. His manager remarked that Carter seemed a lot better than the walking corpse he saw earlier. Carter emphasized that their secret should be kept hidden at every cost. The manager assured him that Specimen Z was secure at level 12. Stewie and Brian realized in horror that Specimen Z was the real Carter who was dying from cancer. Soon, they broke into the lab where it was shockingly revealed that Specimen Z was not Carter's body but the cure for cancer. Carter mentioned that he hired a bunch of brainiacs who found the cure for cancer. He also revealed that he had the cure since 1999, but treating cancer would have been more profitable for him rather than curing cancer. Brian was furious and threatened to report on Carter for indulging in criminal activity. Carter had them thrown out by the security guards. To Brian's astonishment, Stewie had secretly snuck out the vial containing the cancer cure while both Brian and Carter were bickering. As Brian and Stewie reached home, an enraged Carter barged in with his security guards. They snatched the vial from Brian's hand. Brian narrated everything to Lois, who got upset and gave her father a piece of her mind. Carter admitted that he should care for humanity rather than make big bucks. He promised that the next day he would announce the availability of cancer cure. Predictably, he didn't, and Lois couldn't stay mad at him for longer since he was rich and successful after all.